Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video here. I've been up since about 6 a.m., so about 4 hours now, just testing a bunch of different indicators, a bunch of different ideas I had written down, trying 1 minute or the 60-second expiries, 5 minute, half an hour. I think I was doing 15 minute at some point, just trying to get um, pretty much out of all of those, find out which one works the most amount of times. Um, I was just putting like percentages together for each one to find a good strategy that you can just use and stick to. And what I'm finding is ever the only one that works at least more than 50% of the time is doing the 60-second expiries with the different indicators that we've been talking about in the chat. The other thing I've been messing around with now for about an hour is just good old-fashioned price action, which seems to be, out of everything, working the best. So I wanted to share that real quick here. Let me pull this over on the screen. There we go. Okay, so this is MetaTrader here. I've got 5-minute Euro USD going on here, and this is something new. I kind of just learned this last night. It's the indicator. It's on every single platform, and you might have seen it before, but never really looked into it. It's called the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. It's a Japanese. It's like an indicator and a study. It's got a little bit of everything in it, which is looks kind of confusing, but once you figure it out, it really isn't that hard. So pretty much you have these three lines here. You can see the blue line, there's a red line, and a green line. Starting off with the red one, it is I think it's either a simple moving average or an exponential moving average that follows price, the closest out of all of them. Pretty much just shows short-term trend. So you see it kind of just follows the price down. The blue one is kind of the same idea, but it's a little bit it's a greater period moving average, and how it's supposed to work is if the red line, if the short-term line is under the blue line, it's supposed to show that it's in a downtrend. So you can see here it's been moving down, and then here it crosses the blue line, and that's supposed to signal that it's moving into an uptrend, which, as you can see, it does here. I'm going to talk about this last, which is called the cloud. This green line here, literally all this is, and this was kind of confusing at first, all this is the price, but instead of candlesticks, it's just a line. So it's just this price, whatever the price movement has been on the way down here, just moved over to the left here. And at first I didn't really understand how that could help and thought about taking it out, but it makes it really easy to spot different levels of support and resistance. So here you can see the price came up here, touched this, came down, came up here, touched around that level again, came up here and touched it again. So here's a level of resistance here. Here's another level of resistance. You can easily spot support. So it really does help. Then the last thing here, this cloud, I think the idea behind it is it takes an approach to support and resistance that it's not just a line, drawn straight across, like most of what you learn. It's actually a moving support or resistance line. So what I mean by that is, as you can see, it puts, as they cross, it kind of shades it in a different color. Here there's kind of a reddish pink, and here there's, I guess it's kind of like a pinkish gray color, which obviously you could change to whatever works or suits you best. But the red line here is working as a moving point of resistance. So you can see it comes through here. It doesn't really have any trouble getting through there because it's not really acting as support. It's acting as resistance. So once it crosses through here, it comes down. Now the other line here is the support line. You can see it follows that pretty well here. Bounces off it a couple times and then eventually breaks through the support, falls down here. And it kind of just moves down here. You don't really use it until you get down here. And this red line here, once again, acts as resistance. You can see it bounces off there once, comes back up and actually breaks through it, and works its way slowly through this part here. And this line here that acts as the support, and you can see it doesn't really have too much of an issue getting through there. But I'm guessing it's either going to come back down before the red part of the cloud and bounce off of here. It's going to either just move up, or it's going to work its way down and break through into this cloud and either bounce off of this lower line or fall through. So I've been using this and having the most luck with the binary options. And what I've been doing is just looking at both of these lines here in the cloud, and as soon as the price breaks through either one of them, really I've just been going in that direction and doing either a 5-minute expire or 15-minute expiry time. So you can see here I kept an eye on it and saw that it was going to bounce off, and I didn't, although you could have done a put there, I didn't at the time. I waited until it came back up here, and when it broke through this line here, I did a call for 15 minutes. As you can see, that was a win there. Came up, I watched it, and right here, when I saw it pretty quickly right here, it shot up to there, and I saw that it was going to break through that line. I did another call. I think that one I actually accidentally did for 30 minutes, but it's still going to end up being a winner. So I've been using this today and really having the most luck. I tried a bunch of different strategies and indicators using 5-minute expire times, 15, 30, tried a bunch of different things, and they really only seem to work half the time. The indicator, seems to work the best with the 60-second expiry times, but depending on what time of day you're trading, that can really mess that up too. And even just scrolling back, over the last couple days and looking at this, it always seems to either break through these two lines here or bounce off of them. So I think I'm going to go with that for right now and just see how much, obviously how much money I make and how well that goes. But I wanted to just share this. I really just learned this yesterday. I've seen a lot of people use it for Forex, but never used this Ichimoku cloud here. But it seems to, as you can see up here, it found a little bit of resistance right here, and it almost makes, even though the line moves on the cloud here, it makes like a stair step. And you can see here, here's a spot of resistance for it. Down here it might find support, might not find support, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. So, yep.